Hey, yo, gents and ladies of the podcast. Um, Welcome back to episode 3. You know, man, every day we're taking a pinch of that confidence, sprinkling it across that bruised ego to build a high valued man. On our episode today, which is episode 3, as usual, you know, we start a podcast with a bit of a study or a research. Well, as per study, it shows that a woman, like a man who is not too full of himself and who's more into groups, that means you need to associate yourself with other men. You can't be a loner, you can't be a black sheep. So today we'll be building towards that, and also you know, coming with education and careers and entertainment, culture, and all of that. Most of those things, it's things that get influenced by whom you grow with or whom you interact with the most. So, as far as this episode is concerned, today we will be drilling and grinding across those. So yeah, on today's episode, we'll be looking for education for Amachita. What is education for Amachita? Education for Amachita is almost everything. It's everything. How you speak, how you talk, how you walk, literally everything. So if we were in America, would be saying the niggas from US, they are taught to hop. If they are humble, they have that little hop. That's how, like, they show, okay, this is who we are, you know. Even Barack Obama sometimes does it. Not sometimes, that's his work, basically. It represents who he is, wabon. So also you, as Umchita, you are a student of your school. So now, if you're coming from a podcast of Damani Tabang, you need to represent us well out there. And, you know, when you're operating and doing your things there, we also need to be proud and be like, that's one of us. So, yeah, the first thing that we need to talk about is you as a brewer not being a simp. You can't be a simp. You can't simp. No matter how no matter how genuine, no matter how honest you want to be with the situation, but don't be a simp. There's a difference between being honest or being kind and being a simp. Well, as far as honesty is possible, I'll just try to make a scenario and to show you what's the difference between simping and being honest. Let's say you are being honest on your height, right? You are like, I'm a short guy. If you're saying you are a short guy to a lady, literally, you're installing the idea in her mind, Guti. She must think, you know, like she must squeeze everything she's going to think about you. But if you are like, okay, as short as I am, but I'm willing to go a long way with you. Like, the first part, it won't matter because you already gave her analyze Yoguti. You willing to go a long way. So it gives her the longevity, the height, the goal, the vision, yabo, all of that. You need to be a kind brewer. A kind brewer, you're not only being kind to women, you can be kind to animals, to pets. If you have a dog, take a picture. If you're not that kind and you want to be perceived as someone who's kind, take a picture with your dog or your cat or whatsoever and post it. You know, most they like those cozy little things that ones do, and they pay attention to those ones. So you need also to take picture with your pets, play with it, bath it from time to time. Your pet is something that teaches you how to like express your love as much as you love it, but also it works towards earning intlizio of the mummies. You know, someone once said to me, in fact, on a previous episode, someone said, I'm teaching them to be to be fuckboys. So that's not the aim, but like I'm giving the source. I'm giving the source, not teaching anyone to be whatsoever. Anyway, yeah. As Umchita who's kind, women, they will lean towards your way if you are kind. Being kind, it's always a win. Unganomchita wako who has like a nicest medi, and then his medi if doesn't perceive him as a nice guy, and then when I as a friend, you tend to be a nice guy, they tend to shift their attention to you. In most cases that happened, but we're not pushing that utamachita. If I'm your friend and then now you must come for, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying such things happen. So as a majita, we need to be kind. You can't be in a relationship with a medi and then you are not this kind person. You are just in your Bible, you are nonchalant and stuff like that. And also you need to be helpful. In an essence of being helpful, let's say you're going on a first date. On a first date, you need to be handy because first impression lasts, right? You need to come in handy. So how are you coming in handy on a first date? So to say maybe you don't have a car and you're going to this date with this lady and it's someone whom maybe you really like. You need to at least pay for her Uber to wherever you are going. Ne? So at least pay for the Uber for her to get there. It shows that at least you are willing. It's not everything. It's not something that you're going to do always when you're already dating with her. It's something that you're going to cater to do from time to time, but not always, because remember, relationship, it's a two-way street. So she's going to do her part and also you do your part. The fact that she's coming, you also need to make sure that she gets there. That's you being helpful. You are not being exploited or whatsoever. You are being helpful. And don't take it as if by user or by you are being helpful. And also, as far as education is concerned, there is another thing that I need to enlighten you, bras, about colors. So, colors represents how you feel emotionally. So, how you feel emotionally can be told with colors, and also how you want other people to understand you can also be told with colors. There are, I think, I don't know if these are secondary colors or primary, or it's a mix of both primary and secondary. I will check for you guys. So for an example, red. If you're wearing something red, on that day, it's probably, if you want people to understand you, let's say on a day where you are wearing red, people must understand that, okay, you woke up on a wrong side that day. They need to understand that, okay, today we're not stepping on his toes. That's a way of communicating that, okay, today I'm wearing red. I don't want anyone to piss with me because I will come for your head. And then also there is blue, that's calm. And then when you're wearing your blue, I'm just making an examples with colors. Like you can choose any color that you want to represent your way of communicating to people that are close to you, that you talk to in a day-to-day like basis, so that they know, okay, today he's wearing this. Okay, today he's rocking blue sneakers. Okay, like you see, yeah, blue, it's a calm color. It's a calm color. Everyone is open. On that day, you are up for a chat with anybody, literally. And then you have your yellow. Your yellow, it's a happy day. There is no one who must come for your happiness on that day. If you're wearing yellow, it's a happy day that day. Everyone must be happy. But remember, you can't control other people's emotions as well. So, and then there is green. Green, it's a color of you interacting with other people, you exerting all the energy or whatever to other people, gifting them of how you want them to feel in your presence. That's your green. So yeah, and also now, with that being said, the color coding and remember, I said you can choose your color that you want to represent the emotion that you want, so that people that are close to you understand you. You know those moments where maybe you at the club and you're having fun, and then the bruise, and maybe you step on this other bruise, and then his friend is telling you that, Emona, don't pick with him today. Don't pick it with him today. It's such, because his friend knows that, okay, today he's wearing red, Baba. Anything can go down. So, so people around him can be the ones who are telling you, namhlanje is not the day. Yabo. Before he tells you literally with a fist across your face, and now it's another thing. So let's operate that. Color coding is very important to also convey or to say the emotions that you can't literally say them each and every day. Remember, we as men, asingongabantu abathethayo, like we like love our space, more especially if there is something that is hindering with me that I don't feel like saying it out loud. Your clothes can be the one who's telling your story on that day, Wabo. So also, as much as entertainment is concerned, if you are dealing, this one is for the ladies, if you are dealing with your boyfriend and you see that, okay, my boyfriend today is wearing the red, it means that he's not in the good mood. All you need to know, it's his favorite song. And make sure that you know it lyric to lyric. Lyric to lyric. Even if he's angry, if you tease him with his song, you play his song. Boma 2 times nyana, not back to back. Maybe you play it in the morning because it's wearing red, and then you sort of, stash it a bit. Maybe during lunch, if it's someone who's working from home, or if it's someone who would go to work, you just need, to pick it with him. Lyrics nyana as a text, and see if he will respond. Because he's angry wherever he is, he's not okay. So you need to cheer him up. So his favorite song is very important. And also trying to understand your man in terms of video games. There's no mjita who doesn't play video games, or rather played video games as a cool. And mostly they don't really change. What is it that you are into don't really change. Like if you used to like fast cars, Need for Speed, FIFA, and all. For FIFA, like literally, there's no guy who wouldn't play FIFA. Others like wrestling, boxing, they are all sort of video games. So as a mate, you need to understand your man, which one of these video games he likes. On that day when he's not on a good mood, all you need to do is to come with your phone, gift it to him, and then he plays the game that you downloaded for him. Even if it's not the game that he played before, but a similar game to it, just to cheer him up and all of that. Remember, what we are fighting with here, it's the depression, it's the mentality of suicidals and forth. So by so doing, by you being able to comfort him, by you being able to communicate with him, not directly asking him what's wrong, not directly like going for what he doesn't want to say, at least cheer him up with things that will make him to be excited. And after playing maybe 5 minutes in Yana of a basketball video game, he's back. He's back and he's the normal guy again. At least you took off whatever he was stressing about, and then he will start conversating with you, and at least you were able to save a day. And also car collections. I'm not saying you ladies must buy us cars, but if you can, why not? Car collections. So with car collections, as a majority, we like simplest things ever. If you know that I'm into buggies, for an example, if you know that I'm into buggies, all you need to do, you just need to know a little bit about buggies, and then, if possible, get me a painting of a collection of those things. Like push my ego, not per se push my ego, like push my enthusiasm towards those things, because it's things that I like. So getting him pictures of, if he's into Ford, get him a picture of XLT, XL, Ford Ranger, Storm Rag, and Wild Rag, like the collection of pictures, even if it's a smaller picture of a Ram, smaller picture of a, there are a lot that you can get for him. And then maybe you have a box for him where he will be collecting these things, putting them inside. Also, or get him a car tag car tag of Ford. Like those simple stuff, man. They hype us up as a car collection thingy because having to have my woman understanding what I like, it means that she's paying attention. Yeah, only to find out she's not paying that much attention. She just watched the podcast with Damane Tabang. You know, I'm saving you. I'm saving that relationship. Shaking a trend, Joe. Also, with art, ne? With art, Amachita, you know that we love neck pieces. We love wrist chains and all of that. So if you are a midi and like you're curious enough and you want to hype this guy, why not get him an artworked piece of whatever that he likes? You know? Whatever that he likes. Be a key holder. On a key holder, maybe this key holder has, if he's into fast cars, has a Maserati, this thing logo. Not that you're buying him Maserati, but you're pushing him towards buying Maserati, for an example. And then at the back of that key holder, it has your name. Or you are just saying, drive safe, I love you. Obo, such things, small stuff, small details. I'm telling you, you're going to be carved. Before you know it, you're going to be carved. So, Nina, yes, I'm teaching you all of these things, and now my bros would be fighting me of why am I teaching you these things? That time I'm saving your relationships. Labo, at least yeah, I'm coming with a sauce for you all. So there are also books about everything, man. Books about everything. If you want, if for an example, you know, as umchita or as elate that umchita wako, he wants to be a successful businessman, but this Bruce is lacking a business analogy or how he like articulate things or how he expresses himself. From time to time, you also struggle to understand him. Remember, a business it's a field where a lot of people need to understand you when you say it the first time. If they can't get you, then they can't buy. Rabo, you need to be manipulative. Okay, you don't need to be manipulative. You need to be business wise. But it's being manipulative because you're selling something to someone and they must buy in accordance with whatever that you were selling them. What you say, it's worth your rent. So as far as that is concerned, also, umchita wako, buy him books, business books. At least let him be literate in that aspect. If your man is into cars, buy him car books so that at least he doesn't embarrass himself. Imagine the both of you are in a room full of people and they're paying attention to him. He's talking. And then he offset. He said the most wrongest thing in a room full of people. How embarrassed are you going to be when as he's made because of the less knowledge he has? So at least buy him books of whatever that you want to go through. If he's a business-minded person, make sure that you fuel that. If he likes cars, then get him the book. Like there's books for literally everything. If he's into money, why not? Buy him the Rich Dad Poor Dad kind of a book. Let him invest, and obviously you are the one who's going to reap whatever that you sowed, my lady. So ladies, don't say I didn't come in here and make sure that I plug you in with the Bruellas on what they like and what is it that they don't like. And make sure that you push this Bruce. Make sure that you push this Bruce. He can't be sleeping the whole day from the, no. 7 to 12 you're sleeping. That at 12, it's only then you are waking up. Why, my brother? Why? Make sure that you get yourself busy. Make sure that you operate. Make sure that you are killing it. Make sure that you after a rent. So as a high valued man, you are someone who must always be working. Someone who must always be up, killing it. You don't need to be unapologetic for everything that you are doing and carry it with pride, if you know what I'm saying. Like carry it with pride. No matter whom you're going to meet and say whatever about you, That's your business, and that's something that you are putting on the table for you and yours. You understand? So you don't need to be thinking ukuthi ubani uzothini makwenzakalani next ntate. That's what feeds you. So ejakayona boss. So yeah, and also as far as you working hard, there are other like paths, or rather what was this source of incomes that you can do. Other people, they perceive them as careers. That's good for them. When if you perceive it as a side hustle, then don't backlash people who are doing it full time, because that's their job. Wabona? So also I have some here that I've jotted down for you all, which is being a social media influencer, being a brand influencer, being a gym influencer, and also nowadays there are streams. So there's a difference in all of this. If you are a streamer, you are a streamer, and streamers nowadays, like, they are making a lot, and most of the streamers, like, they are young and they are still few, and most of these artists, like your big artists, they are now opting into streaming because they saw that there is money there. Imagine doing money by just doing this. I'm sitting here, I'm streaming, I'm on Twitch, I'm streaming while I'm on my podcast. Everyone is watching me in a lifetime. I don't need no SABC, I don't need no YouTube. I just need Twitch for making numbers and people being there, listening to me yapping all day long. And then that's money. It's the easiest money you can do ever. And then also there is you being a gym influencer. Why I included a gym influencer? Remember, on episode 2, we said that as a brewer, you need to exercise a bit. So if you are a gym influencer, oshaya inyoni ezimbini ngetsheli inye, yabo, because one, in health perspective, you're winning. Two, you begging. Not a beggar, you begging the guap, my guy. That's what we are about as a high valued man. Guap. So you as a gym influencer, you can be almost everything. There are videos trending around of the Bruce saying that they are fitness coaches. Literally, that's something that you also can do. Wow. And you don't need to have all muscles, big, whatever, to be a coach. None of that. You need to understand the ethics. You need to understand what is it that it needs for you to be a gym influencer. You need to study it, make your own research, jot your things down, get your shit together, and then you operate that way. Go to gym, understand people, why are they doing this? And then the best way for you to be influential, it's by your gym. Make sure that people in your gym, as lean as you are, but they understand you, how no matter how big they are, that you understand, if in terms of a muscle group, how to take it out. If you can help these huge people to get their goals, I kid you not, you earn their respect. And as lean as you are, they will have to respect you, because it simply means you can bring them down if you want to, as much as they're huge, but like, you understand your shit. So yeah, gym influencer and a brand influencer. This one is the most interesting, because you can be a brand influencer by just saying, Nyandi Peter, Kala Wibwisi, Sokabasunki. That's how simple it is for you to be a brand influencer. you just need to be creative, man. Anyway, shout out to that brood, man. Like, he was trending for days. And finally, Rama managed to recognize him and gift him the stuff, So that's what I'm saying. For you to be something and end up, you just need to apply your brains. You don't need nobody. There's no gatekeeping in these things, because social media, it's everything that we go with. It's in our pocket, it's in our face, it's literally everywhere. If you have data and you have a smartphone, that's why it's called a smartphone. Why not? And also, for brands to recognize you, it's not for you always to wait for them to recognize you. Sometimes you need to send that email that you are skeptical to send. Make sure that you polish that English nyana a bit, and then you send that email. Tell them that you are looking to you are looking forward on working with them, even if it's not now, but in the future, definitely, if your records are there, when you finally do it, like you can always go back to that to go to, okay, this is my paper trail with you guys, and at that time, and this things helps also when you are about to when you in talks for how much you want. If you once spoke with a certain brand, let's say Rama, you send Rama an email. On your email, you need to include Uti, who are you, what is it that you are doing, and how much you are charging. So let's say Rama doesn't recognize you in your first 2 years of content creation, and then they go recognize you 2 years later. And then that year, when you were approaching them, you said to them, no, I'm charging maybe, for argument's sake, 15,000. 2 years later, you no longer charging a 15,000. No longer charging a 15,000 because now remember your following has grown. The way people now like your community, it's big now. It's way more than then. So that means you are going towards your 50K bag, your 40K bag, depending or on your growth also with your platforms in terms of numbers, how accumulative they became. So you can eat for days. So you go into the brands usaqala trying to get them to support you, stating the money that you want with them, and still they are not recognizing you. At the later stage, when they finally come, this is when now you take whatever that you were sending to them to say, this is how much I was charging then, this is how much now I'm worth. Yabo? So it makes more money for you. As much as you trying to like drag your feet on that, this is not for me, but I think it's the future because we are upon the fourth industrial revolution. Basically, everything is changing. If you want to always go to the office for you to be able to be productive, you get to the office and you use the laptop. Why not using the laptop at your place and making sure that you become efficient in the first 4 hours, and then the remaining 4 hours of the day, you're doing whatever that you want to do. Because Usendlin, if you want to do content, do content. If you want to do whatever that. If you want to write emails for the brands to come support your content, then why not? The old way of doing things, it's fading out. And as much as we are reluctant to it, we need to let it go. Because things are improving with time. Cars now are starting to drive themselves. All you need to do is to be a passenger princess. You're just there, chilling. Imoto is driving, ihambe, go wherever, and you get there, we are Puma. You understand? Robots are upon us, they are cleaning, they are making whatever. So it's giving us more time to work. And the more these things are coming in this industry of work, that means us having more time to ourselves. Because if you're using your laptop the most, so why are you going to the office? You're spending 2 hours. Imagine you're waking up from Orange Farm at 4, and then you get to Joburg CBD 7:30. The 2 hours of you sitting in a taxi or driving there, like, why? You could have just be at your house, maybe wake up at that 4, go to the gym for an hour, come back at 5, you do whatever, you do your breakfast, at least at 6, you are studying. You are in the comfort of your home. At 6, you are starting. And you know at 11 you are done. Because you've put in the work. The target for the day, you've reached it. At 11, you have the rest of the day to do whatever that you want to do. So as far as influence is concerned, those are the things that I had today. You being a brand influencer, you being a gym influencer, and you doing the streams. Well, you can do everything that you want to do. You can combine all of them at once and be an influencer. There's no one who can bitch around about you or boot you for that. That's what you are up for, and that's your bag, my nigga. So for you to beg it, you need no one to do it. Just do it again and again and again. Catch you on the next episode, man. It's been lovely to be here with you. From me, Damane Tabang. Until the next time.